Picture this. You have a huge project due tomorrow, but instead of working on it, you're scrolling through social media, watching funny videos, or maybe even binge-watching your favorite series. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. We've all been there, stuck in the never-ending loop of procrastination. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to explore something that affects all of us at one time or another: procrastination. Why do we delay tasks, even when we know we shouldn't? And more importantly, how can we break free from this cycle and start getting things done? Let's start with a simple question. What exactly is procrastination? At its core, procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing something important. It's when we choose to do something easier or more enjoyable instead of what we know we should be doing. Now here's a surprising fact. Did you know that over 20% of people identify themselves as chronic procrastinators? That's right, procrastination is more common than you might think, and it affects all areas of our lives, from our work and studies to personal goals and even daily tasks. But why do we procrastinate? Is it just about being lazy or unmotivated? Not exactly. Procrastination is often much deeper than that. It's linked to our emotions, our fears, and sometimes even our past experiences. Understanding this is the first step to overcoming it. Now let's dig a little deeper into the psychology of procrastination. You see, procrastination is not just a bad habit, it's actually a complex psychological behavior that's rooted in how our brains work. One of the biggest psychological reasons for procrastination is fear. This could be the fear of failure, worrying that you won't do something well enough so you avoid it altogether. Or it might be the fear of success, believe it or not. Sometimes we fear the responsibilities or expectations that come with succeeding. And then there's perfectionism, the belief that if something can't be done perfectly, it's better not to do it at all. This fear can lead to paralysis, where we're so worried about the outcome that we end up doing nothing. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Procrastination is also linked to our brain's need for instant gratification. Our brains are wired to prefer short-term rewards over long-term benefits. This is why it's so tempting to watch another episode of your favorite show instead of working on that long-term project. The pleasure is immediate, while the reward for completing the project feels distant. This cycle can create a lot of stress, guilt, and even lower self-esteem, making it harder to break free. It's a vicious cycle where the more we procrastinate, the worse we feel, and the worse we feel, the more we procrastinate. But don't worry, understanding this cycle is the first step to breaking it, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Alright, now that we know why we procrastinate, let's talk about how to overcome it. Here are some tried and true strategies that can help you break free from procrastination and start getting things done. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is that the task at hand feels too big, too overwhelming. The solution? Break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, instead of telling yourself you need to write a report, break it down into steps like research topic, outline the main points, and write the introduction. Each of these smaller tasks feels less daunting and easier to start. When you complete these small steps, you build momentum, and that can carry you through the entire project. Here's a quick tip. Commit to working on a task for just 5 minutes. Often, the hardest part of any task is just getting started. By telling yourself you only need to do it for 5 minutes, you lower the psychological barrier to starting. And once you've started, you'll often find that you want to keep going. Without clear deadlines, tasks can easily get pushed aside in favor of more urgent or enjoyable activities. So, even if you're working on something without a strict deadline, create one for yourself. Mark it on your calendar, set reminders, and hold yourself accountable. Rewards aren't just for kids, they work for adults too. Set up small rewards for yourself when you complete a task. It could be something simple like a short break, a favorite snack, or even a quick walk outside. These small rewards create positive reinforcement and make the process more enjoyable. Last but not least, minimize distractions. In our world of constant notifications and endless entertainment options, it's easy to get sidetracked. Create a dedicated workspace where you can focus on your tasks. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and let others know you're in focus mode. When you eliminate distractions, you create an environment where you can stay focused and productive. So, imagine having a large to-do list, looking stressed and anxious. But then I decided to try something different. I broke the project down into smaller tasks, just like we talked about earlier. I set a timer for 5 minutes and told myself to just start. Once I got going, I found it wasn't as bad as I had imagined, and before I knew it, I was making real progress. That experience taught me that sometimes the hardest part is just getting started. But once you do, you realize that you're more capable than you thought. And it's not just me. Even the most successful people in the world have battled procrastination. Take, for example, the Dalai Lama, Victor Hugo, St. Augustine, Margaret Atwood, Bill Clinton, and Leonardo da Vinci. They struggled with procrastination throughout their career, but found that setting small, achievable goals made all the difference. It's proof that procrastination isn't a roadblock, it's a challenge that can be overcome. So to wrap things up, procrastination is something we all deal with, but it doesn't have to control our lives. By understanding the psychology behind it and using these strategies, you can take control and start achieving your goals, one step at a time. Now here's a challenge for you. Pick just one tip from this video, whether it's the 5-minute rule, breaking tasks into smaller steps, or setting a clear deadline, and apply it to something you've been putting off. Then, let me know in the comments how it goes. I'd love to hear about your progress and what strategies work best for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video on how to live your best life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.